Welcome back, folks, to Pillars of Eternity. We found the guards. Woohoo! So,
Got it.
a woman turns to you, a wide-eyed, pale-faced. Reinforcements says last. I hope you've come armed because you got to get out of here. Who are you? The commander of the Crucible Knights. I led the militia station around Heritage Hill. Securing the district became my responsibility when whatever this happened. What are the soldiers doing here? They're under my command, of course. They heard my call, and we've been waiting for a few more to help us fight our way out of here. I think something may have gone wrong with them. How did they manage to hear you in this tomb? I hope that you are not questioning my command. I warned you. I don't tolerate insubordination. Don't fool me, Spectre. Knights, attack. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. That's... big ass AoE. Sunbeam her. Oh, everybody. Keep firing at her.
Leave it to me. You're not getting through me.
Everyone, focus on her. I guess this is just going to happen. It's just going to happen.
Got it.
Yeah?
And
Oh.
ha, got it.
Alright.
Leave.
Alright, so it just happened. Crystal plates.
There, done.
Great sword, heavy plates.
Sure.
I guess we know what happened. I guess.
Hey.
They were enthralled. Okay, well, if you guys want to know where the knights are, they are right there in that tomb. What we do now? Or do we turn in the quest? Speak with... Alright, if anyone else... dealt with her and she is no longer trouble to the Crucible Knights or anyone else in Heritage Hill, I should go to the Crucible Keep in the first house and tell her what happened. Alright, that's simple enough. We can do that.
Hello.
Very well. So just go ahead and go to the first fires. Go to the Crucible Keep. Tell them what we found. Do you remember when banshees and stuff were very difficult? Very, very difficult. Now we're pretty much undead Bane. Pretty much. Let's go, peoples. Need to talk to the commander, I believe. Which is a good question. I mean, did they all die? I bet some of them did. That's all for now. Nope, that's not what we're looking for. Looks like things return to semi-normal.
Hello.
Very well. Nope, that's Dunstrom. Judicars, more Judicars. There he is, right there, or she. Guards were charmed by a spirit when I've gotten rid of her. By the flames you found her, my missing commander. She was calling to the watch from beyond the grave. It doesn't make sense, but nothing as the accursed district does. What happened to the soldiers and their spells? They didn't make it. I see. Nonetheless, thank you for your help. You've left me in many questions as answers, but at least I know that happened to my troops. Please take this. If there are any things, attend to my duties. Alright. What's next? We still have fragments. Hunt. Saw a cliff, rogue knight, spring prenum. That's too current. Seems to have taken on its armor on its own. Of course, the cipher is signed off and it works in Here's house in the Blackberry. You should go know for certain whether or not the evidence is genuine. That's a good quest. Let's go ahead and go to Durin or whatever it's called. See if it's legit or not. So it doesn't seem very knightly to me. So we need to go talk to the cipher who did the Blackberry.
Right, fetching feathers, lass.
Repeat, please, in Adiran. And stand closer so I can grab your neck if you said what I think you did.
That was Isilmir. She likes your feathers.
Thanks, but I'm not interested, Isilmir.
Hee hee. Just go ahead and head over here. As your character makes choices in conversations and quests, he or she will start developing both generic and satisfying factions. Characters in the world will respond to choices, good or bad. Animancer. Okay, so let's see here. Sanatorium. House de Mont. Raymond Manor. Where did they say it was at? Cypher signed off and then he works at Hadrit's house. Hadrit's house. There it is, right there. We haven't been here before. Cool. An elderly robed man, as you near the aberration, you are suddenly overwhelmed by a powerful anxiety and sits like stone in your stomach. The feeling is not quite real, an uncollected emotion of emotion itself. Wretches in your inside, the apparition bows and tints and looks a concerned plain on its face.
The other missionaries say you have been neglectful of your duties.
My mind has been elsewhere.
Oh? And what troubles you?
Pain, and so you feel a moment as though you are about to be sick. Your mouth has gone dry. Forgive me, Eminence, I wish to leave the altar. The man folds his fingers together and presses them to his mouth thoughtfully.
You have been an apt student, and your convictions have inspired those around you. May I ask what has changed to make you feel this way?
People we intend to convert, they committed unspeakable acts, sacrifices, mutilations. Exhale slowly and lips pressed together, a sympathetic report.
These are the ways of the heathen world.
Surely the gods would do better to destroy us all and start anew.
Perhaps they would. It may come to that one day. This is why we must not fail. The heathens are beyond the gods' reach. They do not know better. We are tasked with delivering them to the gods, so that the gods may heal their souls.
Is such a thing possible?
I have seen it with my own eyes. You will see it too, if you choose to remain.
Mm-hmm.
There is no greater calling than the one we have chosen. Neither words, nor wealth, nor battle will end this suffering. Only the gods. Will you give them that chance?
Your stomach seems to loosen all at once, and the anxiety is replaced with something entirely else, something warm, soothing, and something you know you could never repay. As the vision fades, you start to become as many looks aims in your direction. Your last response then echoes in your mind: "I will."
Hail, traveler.
Excuse me, I have been looking for you. You've the one with curse on her tail. My lady wishes to remain anonymous. Can entrust me to bring you this pistol. It belongs to a dear friend of hers who has lost into the curse. For your part in reclaiming Heritage Hill, my lady wishes you to have it here. May it serve you well in battle. Thank you. I must be off. Interesting. A pistol, huh? We do not have our pistolier here. Shocking lash, DR reduction. Very slow. It's not fine or anything like that, but sure, thank you.
Hey.
Hey, people appreciate what I'm doing. Cool. Constitution affects the endurance and health of characters and their fortitude defense. It may also be used in conscription.
Of course.
Agent. We're looking for a cipher. Let's talk to this guy.
Good day to you.
You carry whispers, old voices indeed. How did you know? As a cipher, it's my job to know these things. You carry a whiff of the ancients. What else can you tell about me? As much as I'd like, unfortunately, my duties for the Lady Webb require me to focus my talents elsewhere. Show him, is evidence real? It's signed by you. I remember Penton, a peacock of a man, his mouth dry, his hands moist, when I told him that his soul, descendants of Nirvana's general who had fought against utterance valley. A forgery, and not the first I've seen, he hands it back to you. But I have no time for the knights and their obsessions. Bring this to his commander and show him the seal. If he compares it to another, he should be able to spot the difference. Doom a man for his soul the gods gave him? Seems rather unfair. I was invaded here by Lady Webb. Forgive me, it doesn't take many visitors, but the ones she does invite us is a fascinating lot. I have always marveled at her choices, nothing in common to the eyes, but her sight is far keener than mine. I wonder what it is she sees. Looks as though you could use some help. So many secrets and trials. You have to but turn corners to find a fresh trace of something stolen, or someone missing. Unfortunately, we haven't had the time to investigate all. I'm supposed to be working with other matters, but my mind still lingers on a few recent cases, cursed of a cipher, to be ruled by the whims of curiosity. Tell me about these cases. One case or three, depending on how you look at it. 3 weeks of and a disappearance of one each. Some nights call it coincidence, I call them clues. Lady Webb knows you, trusts you, so I shall trust you too, so long as our interests are aligned. I'll look into it. Where do I start? Copper Lane, Orange Gifts, and Blackberry, of course. Talk to one of those report the disappearances, the only ones who know enough to care. Lorian Oren, who's missing? Tell me about Oren. Best to ask Ori. Tell me about him. No leads, no obvious connection between the victims. Could be animancy related. I wouldn't put it past them. Tell me, let me ask you something else. Questions about missing people. Who's missing? Tell me about, tell me about Cora. Let's know what I find. Farewell. Alright, so just go ahead and look around. New quest, final act.
Eh? My eyes are peeled. This won't stop me for long. Why not? There! Done!
Alright, stop stinking. There we go.
Hey.
Agent. So these are all ciphers. I don't see any of them in heavy armor.
Hi?
Nope, not you.
Hmm?
You, there we go.
Hey.
Go back. There we go.
Yeah? Time to see and not be seen.
Alright. Well done.
Hey.
Okay. Let's go talk to the lady, shall we? I wonder what she knows about me. See, one quest kind of leads into the other. I kind of like this. An agent? Another agent? Ladies, we'll see you now. These are all agents.
Yeah?
Come on, roguey rogue.
Hmm?
Cool.
Sure.
Hey,
Sweet. Let's have a look-see. A web. This woman clutches a thick stack of parchment with spindly, windly hair. Her flesh stretched thin and near translucent with extreme age. A gossamer veil over pale blue veins. Ink splotches and camel's dots that stripes her hands like a quilt, pattern of some great inscribable truth. She does not look up from her reading.
So, the messenger conveyed my summons. A miracle that would make the reincarnation of Aethys look like a child's cantrip, surely. It doesn't draw the most inspired minds, messaging. They failed me so many times of late, I nearly sent a cipher after you instead. So this is the Watcher who took over Cad Noir. Oh, don't look so surprised. It isn't an attractive expression. I wouldn't be where I am for long if I let details like that escape me.
Mm-hmm. So it's true, those spies of hers don't miss much.
I also know, for that matter, about your little excursion into an Engwithin ruin near Deerford, that dear Woodens are absolutely forbidden to enter. What I am curious about is why.
There's someone I need to find.
Not just any someone, though. Someone in the service of the Leaden Key. You're not the only one with an interest in their recent activities. I've lost 4 ciphers this year alone trying to get someone inside their ranks. As it is, we only have our suspicions about who is in the group and what they intend. Which I suppose means we have much in common with them. I asked you here because I wanted to know what your interest was in all of this. I thought perhaps we might help each other. Why are you looking for the Leaden Key?
One of the members caused my soul to awaken. I need to reverse it. When I cross a man in one of the ruins, it's important that I find him. She closes her eyes and lips back. Her face goes still. Her mouth parts. No more than the silver. Her hand suited just in splitting some of her parchment and paper in the grounds.
The gods are cruel, I'm afraid. The man you seek is Theos Ix Arcanon, Grand Master of the Leaden Key. One of the most elusive and dangerous men Eora has ever known.
How do you know that I'm seeking Theos?
Because you have seen his face, and that makes it a simple matter for me to see it. You even happened to catch him in his ceremonial garb, it seems. Must have been a special occasion.
What can you tell me about him?
More than most, though very few would know so much as his name. And there is no way of knowing how much of what I've read is true. The Leaden Key dates back more than 2,000 years. If rumors are to be believed, Theos was the one who created it. What scraps of evidence exist suggest that he has died many times, only to be reborn each time exactly the same man. Awakened during adolescence with all the knowledge and experience of all his lifetime. The plots he orchestrates sometimes take hundreds of years to bear fruit. Needless to say, this is not the natural order of things. But he is said to be one of Woodica's favored, and that old bat was never one to let rules get in the way of favoritism. That may also explain another supposed gift of his. His body is no boundary to his soul, and he is known to take possession of others, if their souls are weak enough. Often it is for elaborate deceptions, but sometimes he simply forces them to kill themselves. He is not known for his generous supply of pity. He is also not one to show himself in any but their most critical matters. If he has directly involved himself in whatever the group plots now, it may be your only chance to find him. And once you do find him, if you can find him, I would not hold my hopes too high if I were you. He is a driven, single-minded man. He will not have the slightest concern for your problems.
How do you know so much about Theos?
The same way I come by all my knowledge. Exhaustive research, spying, bribery, perhaps some less savory measures. Whatever the knowledge demands, I pay in full. There is nothing of greater value. Unfortunately, with Theos, there is also nothing more scarce. He has covered his tracks far too well. His manipulations of the course of history are lost to time now, though I believe they were many.
What do you want from me?
Keep me informed. The Leaden Key has been busy lately, and that is distressing news. I can only guess as to what they intend. You seem to have a knack for turning the stones they've crawled beneath. Keep turning them. Dunreed Row will not stop you. Whatever it is they're up to, figuring it out will be of great use to both of us. In your case, it will surely point you to Theos. In return, I will share our knowledge with you as we learn it, and provide you with what assistance I can.
Very well.
If you find your trail has run cold, come to me with whatever you have. There is much I may be able to do for you.
There's something that I can tell you.
Well, let's hear it.
The Edwin Tower in Heritage contains an ancient machine that can control the flow of souls when key activated.
This is troubling. That civilization seems to have known more about the mechanics of souls than anyone since. The Leaden Key was born in that period. It may be that Theos has full knowledge of their technology. The applications of this machine you speak of, I don't want to think about it. If we can learn more about their goals and methods, perhaps we can get the palace behind us. With Avar's support, we may be able to put a stop to this.
The key is manipulating a group of Elven machines that span the country. It seems that be causing the Hollowborn epidemic.
I had feared they might be involved in Widewind's legacy. It seemed too extreme even for them. How naive I've been. That isn't enough to take to the Duke, but we're close. Avar Wolfgren is a cautious man. He will want to know everything possible before being moved to action.
That's all. What else do you know about the Leaden Key?
Precious little, I'm afraid. You may know much of it already. No one member knows the identity of more than a handful of other members. They are kept in the dark of missions they are not involved in, or sometimes of those they are involved in. They exist to hide secrets they themselves don't know. If you can imagine how gullible someone must be for that to appeal. Despite that, they are very good at what they do, owing much to their founder, who will take matters into his own hands when necessary. And he does not fail.
I have other questions.
Yes?
How old are you? You wicked man. Where are your manners? Where did you rise without a care?
I lost count ages ago. Such a strange thing to celebrate, getting closer to death. Oh, I've had my share of work done to prolong my existence, if that's what you're wondering. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not done here. There are things I still wish to learn. And I'll be the effigy if I let Berith carry me off before I'm through. There was a time when I considered enlisting the theorems of Pondgrum to extend my life indefinitely. I found the thought of devouring my political enemies to sustain my own life greatly appealing. I must have gone soft with age.
How'd you come to be here?
Me? I started this place, in a different time, under a different Duke. I impressed the Duke with my research and my work ethic. and he became possessed of the notion that I would be ideal to lead a secret network of gifted investigators. I don't know how such an idea got into his head.
Uh-huh. Tell me more.
All the things there are to know in this world, and you ask me about work. Deerwood is a rebel country. Conflict is in its blood. If you think a few guards posted in our cities keep chaos at bay, you are very new to town indeed. We are Deerwood's cipher investigators, of course. But what we really are is its last barrier against anarchy. People are more at ease when they believe they are watched over by someone more enlightened than they are. It pacifies them. So that is the image we foster. And we do try to be enlightened for their sake. The knowledge we gather here is Deerwood's standing army in many ways. We learn what's vital and we act on it while Deerwood sleeps, blissfully unaware of the terrifying truths all around them. I wish I could tell people the things I know sometimes. But the truth is, I don't think many of them could bear it.
You're a psychic?
If you are hoping I can look at your hand and tell you whom you should marry, you can just wipe that notion from your mind. I do not know what will happen tomorrow. That is what I pay spies for. Being a cipher is not unlike being a watcher. You notice more about what is already there. Many can hold an object and know where it's been, or peer into the thoughts of people around them. They can also sometimes affect those thoughts, but that would be unethical, of course. A tiny, talented few pick up so much about the world around them, they can get images of things to come, but these are fleeting and unreliable.
You said that you don't know what will happen tomorrow.
Who said I was talented? I don't. Least not that I can trust. And with me, it's only ever about one thing anyway.
What's that?
A quiet day at home.
Is there a Lord Ed?
There was.
What happened to him?
He believed in dying with dignity. He was old-fashioned that way, my husband. We saw the world very differently, he and I. But he was good to me while he lasted.
Let's talk about something else. Not about the
Yes.
questions.
Try
Farewell.
your best not to die out there.
All right. Man who waits. Should confirm with the is now about proceed about my research for the Lennon key. All right. While we're at it, let's go to the sanatorium and just try and talk to the bigwig, or at least try to. Alright, I will see you folks in the next video. Alright? Bye. We're just waiting for the screen to load up. Okay, bye.